All right, everyone, thank you for joining us today for the very last presentation of gCON. It's been a long week, and I know a lot of you have stuck with us for all 11 sessions. Now this is our 12th session of the week. I'm really excited to have all of you here for this final session. I'm really excited to be joined by Megan Roth from Insightly. I'm going to introduce her in just a few minutes in her presentation on how you can make your customers your BFF. But before I do, I want to just touch on a couple of things about how the presentation is formatted. So we are going to be using the Showcase app and the Q&A app, or excuse me, we're not going to be using the Q&A app. We're going to be using the Showcase app so we can direct you guys to some links to quickly access the form for the free giveaways at the end of the presentation. And as far as questions go, we are going to hold off on those until the end of the presentation. And Megan is going to be in the gCON Google Plus community answering any questions that you may have. So if you have any questions for Megan about Insightly, you know, or anything kind of related to that topic, she'd be happy to answer any of your questions for about 30 minutes in the gCON Google Plus community. So please go ahead and post them there. And like I mentioned before, please stick around until the end of the presentation to fill out the form for our free giveaway. So we're going to be giving away another Samsung Chromebook too. So if you've been trying throughout the week, this is just another opportunity to win one of those. And you'll also get a free t-shirt just for filling out the form. So I think that is pretty much everything. I'm going to put up a link to the form and to the Google Plus community towards the end of the presentation. So with that, I'd like to go ahead and turn it over to Megan. Like I said, Megan Roth from Insightly, and she's got a great presentation for you guys on how to make your customers your BFF. So Megan, if you want to go ahead and take it away. Megan, I think you're still on mute, actually.
Great. Thank you. So, hi guys, my name is Megan Roth. I'm the marketing manager at Insightly CRM, and I'd like to thank you all for taking the time out of your day and to learn about how to make your customers your BFF with limited resources and a bit about Insightly CRM. So, right now I'm going to go share my screen with you guys. Perfect. So to talk a bit about the agenda, today you're going to be learning about how to make your customers your BFF with limited resources. We're going to talk about tips to attract more customers, how to foster better relationships, and make your customers happy. And at the end, as Andrew said, we're going to be doing Q&A in the gCON Google Apps, Google Hangouts. So definitely join there, and I'd be happy to talk to you about your questions. So now let's just talk about the purchase cycle funnel. So as you see here, how we in marketing and definitely in customer relationship management look at the purchasing cycle, it doesn't end in conversion, which a lot of people tend to think that once you get a customer, it ends the conversion and they never see it again. This is really shocking because actually 73% of small businesses have no process for re-engaging leads after initial sale. And as you see on the funnel here, that after conversion, you can actually make these people to develop more loyalty, to turn into advocates, and then with that, create word of mouth to bring more leads into your system. So if you actually increase your user retention by 20%, it has the same impact as a 20% increase in overall traffic. So just to kind of reiterate, user retention is as important, if not more important, than getting new visitors. Gaining new customers is expensive and time-consuming. Once you have their attention, it's much more cheaper and much more efficient to earn customer loyalty and build your base than to replace customers who drift away. So really significantly increasing retention can be much less expensive with ultimately a much higher ROI. That alone should place your customer retention at the top of your customer to-do list. So with these points, just knowing how important it is in the digital age to really foster great customer communications, to foster customer loyalty and advocacy, to create this word of mouth that customers have access to data all the time. It's really important to think about user retention and how you can turn your customers into advocates. So one thing I tell everyone is embrace the cloud. You guys are definitely some of the new great users out there who are embracing the cloud, because a lot of small businesses are really scared of the cloud. So I know that you all love Google Apps, and that's why you're here, which is really great. And so you're looking at more ways to really grow Google Apps and make it part of your everyday life. So just some highlighting points about the cloud and why it's so great. It's quick to implement, as you all know, no IT required. It's affordable. It tends to be, you know, month to month. You could try it before you buy it. And a lot of new SaaS companies out there actually have free trials or 14-day trials. So you can obviously go into the Google Apps marketplace and try things that might work for your business. And it's really great that Google Apps has that type of resource that you can go and look and see reviews and see how people talk about your product. And that also really aligns with the word of mouth and getting more advocates out there. So another great thing about the cloud as well is access from anywhere, and usually most cloud applications have mobility and a mobile application, so you're not tied to your desk. So how does this affect your customer experience? You get a quicker response time and more relevant information at your fingertips. So if this is you, and if this is your customer relationship management system, is this scalable? So we all know that people are working through their email, people have business cards, address books, spreadsheets, and you know that's why you got Google Apps as a collaboration tool. But a lot of times, even though it's easily accessible, when we're working through your email, not a lot of times you could share your emails with different people in your company, or be able to apply your email and link it to appropriate types of projects or sales or contacts. So if you have everything in one place, how is this really scalable? So a lot of times the real solution to how you can kind of get everything in one place is a CRM. People invest in a CRM, which stands for Customer Relationship Management, because it helps improve organization, sales, and efficiency. So I'm just going to touch on two great studies that have shown how quotes and statistics about CRMs. Recent studies show that companies with a fully utilized CRM system can increase by 29%, and successful CRM projects generate a return of $5.60 for every dollar spent, and 15% improved productivity for salespeople. This is really great because it shows that investing in a CRM, which really just has all your information in one place, is a great way to produce productivity, reduce sales meetings, and help your people in your company concentrate more than trying to search for different things and trying to search for where things belong and where things should be linked to. Everything is just in one place. So really, CRM, what I would define it, is the hub of your communications, sales, and collaboration. So at Insightly, to talk about what we offer a shared calendar, we offer shared opportunities, projects, customer information, customer correspondence, a way to have in-house file sharing, and able to task people things. So what's great about Insightly is that we are cloud, we are integrated with Google Apps, and I'm going to talk to you a bit about how we do that integration. But before I do that, I wanted to talk about just Insightly as a whole in general. Insightly is known for being one of the easiest CRMs made for small businesses. We do have a free trial and 14-day trial. We actually started out in 2010 as a CRM solely integrated with Google Apps. So we've had a great relationship with the Google Apps business marketplace for a while now, and have been growing ever since. And so constantly we're trying to foster this relationship by developing more features for the Google Apps community, because we know that you guys are definitely very engaged, are into collaboration, and want to know how to make your business more efficient. So how Insightly integrates with Google Apps for Business is that we integrate with email. We give you access to extremely popular Google Gadget, which I'll touch on in a bit. You could save any email to Insightly with just one click, even create new items in Insightly without having to leave your Gmail account. We integrate with Google Drive. You can easily link your stored files to Google in Google Drive to your Insightly items. I'll talk about that as well. We integrate with Google Plus Hangouts. You can invite all your closest customers to participate in Google Hangouts. So you can initiate a group call straight from your CRM. And lastly, we enable seamless sync with Google Calendar and Google Contacts. And this is in our premium version. So just to highlight, the first three are in Insightly free plan, and the last one is in our premium paid plan. So to highlight a little bit more about the Google Gadget, this is a great, our #1 most popular feature. It is, if you look in the Google Apps Marketplace, you can see great reviews about what people have said about the gadget. And so you know also this gadget is included in the Insightly free version. So if you want to try it out, you don't have to pay if you're fit into the free plan parameters, which is just 3 users and under. So if you want to just try it out, if your company is small enough or you want to try it out for yourself, you can definitely try out the free version and try out the gadget. So what the gadget allows you to do is, I have a screenshot here of an email from Lee. So every email at the bottom of the email in your Google, in your Gmail, has the Insightly Gmail gadget, as you see I'm hovering over right here. You can save that email, you could view the contact, which if the contact is already in Insightly, it will bring up all the contact information as well as contact history. It will show previous emails, previous tasks, sales associated with it, and so on. If this is not a contact already in Insightly, instead of view contact, it will have save contact. And then you can create a contact straight from your Gmail. You never have to log into Insightly to do this. As well, you can also create new tasks, new opportunities, which are sales, new projects, and new events. All this can be done straight from your email without having to log into Insightly. If you want, and you're in the Gmail gadget and you feel that there's too much information, this Gmail gadget will take you straight to the Insightly contact record, so you could have the ability to really do more of a deep dive if everything isn't in the gadget, which is at top of mind, but it does show everything that you need. But if you need to search a little harder, it will take you straight to the contact file, so you don't have to go in and look. It's with one click. So another integration that we have that's widely popular is our Google Plus Hangouts initiation within Insightly. So as you see here, I haven't really shown you the Insightly interface yet, so this is the first time you'll see it. We have the home page, which is recent items, activities, which are just to-dos you can assign yourself or multiple people, and here we're on contacts. With the list of contacts, you can click, you can either dive in to a contact record, or if you want to invite multiple people, you'll just click on the people you want to invite. Then when you click on these people, you press invite to Google Hangout. You'll have a pop-up that's going to show their email address and then invite them automatically, and it's going to initiate the Google Hangout straight from Insightly. And you'll have the ability as well to make notes in Insightly. Another thing that's really popular as well that really is helped with collaboration to Google Drive is the ability to save Google Docs and files to Insightly using your Google Drive. So this is included on the free version as well, and what you have the ability to do is just link documents at the contact level, the company level, which is the organization it's on right now, the opportunity level, and project level. All of these kind of look the same. This is actually in an item. So as you saw before, this is actually at the item list. This is listed in the items, and if I clicked on one of the items, this would be a deep dive in. And every single item has the about, the history, the emails associated with it. So if you were to ever push an email into Insightly using the gadget, it would show up at the email section. Notes you can add, files, which is where you would use the Google Drive, tasks associated with that organization or item, events, and news. So another great thing about the Google Drive integration is that it takes up no space within Insightly. Since Insightly is cloud-based and since Google Apps is cloud-based, there is no space taken up by just having a link to your Google Drive account. Another thing that you should know is that if you want this to be a public accessible file, you have to just make sure that it is made public to everyone in the permissions area. So another great thing, this is part of our premium features, is the ability to sync your Google Calendar and your Google Contacts. So with the calendar, it's actually, I think this got mixed up, I'm sorry about that, but with the calendar, it's actually a two-way sync with Insightly, and with the contacts, it's actually a one-way sync. It's from Insightly to Google Contacts. So it's really great that you're able to fully access all your Insightly contacts in Gmail as well, because we all know that people nowadays are really working within their email, and that's what Insightly tries to do, is find out more about the Google users, how they're doing business, and trying to figure out how we can help them do business smoother and the way that they would want to scale and grow. So knowing that Insightly customers use more in their email, or Google Apps customers are more in their email, we have synced contacts to Insightly contacts to your Gmail account, so you have the ability to email them and send emails to Insightly and work throughout your email using the Google gadget. So now that I talked to you a bit about what Insightly has to offer, I'll talk to you a bit about what it offers more and how it helps with your customer retention and customer relationships. Having the ability to see all your customer communications in one place and having relevant information at your fingertips helps give your customers a better experience with you. Giving the ability to send newsletters, Insightly has an integration with MailChimp. You can do that straight from Insightly to just have the ability to blast your customers and give them relevant information about how they can grow their business, or even discounts you might have, just relevant information that helps them know that you're thinking about them and have it in a timely manner, because you'll be able to see the last time you contacted them. Also, when I talked about communication and about cloud applications, I talked about mobility. Having relevant information at your fingertips when you're on the field, or even at a business meeting, you'll be able to access Insightly from anywhere using either our mobile application, or we do have a mobile site for people who don't have either an iOS or Android app. So having that ability at your fingertips and being able to edit and add information anywhere you are is a really great way for customers to know that you're listening to them, that you're paying attention, and that in turn they'll help be more advocates for you. So another thing I want to say about communicating with your customer, be more proactive and reactive. So some ideas to be more proactive than reactive is to survey your customers. I know I don't have it down here, but having the ability to survey your customers and find out information helps you develop more content so you can be more proactive. We do this in Insightly every day. Not every day, but we're always talking to our customers every day. I talk to them through social channels, I talk to them through surveys, and I talk to them through email when they email from marketing emails they get, just to know that we will answer their questions at any time's notice. And with being able to survey them, you can see which customers are your advocates, and by doing that, you can give them more of an initiative to become advocates and write reviews for you. And as you know from the Google Apps Marketplace, reviews are very important in getting insight for how customers just like you use the product. I also recommend doing surveys to see which one of your customers don't like you, and also getting feedback on what you can do to make your product better and to grow your product. So when customers do leave us, though we wish this would never happen, we do an exit survey to see why they left us, and in turn that information becomes really important when deciding of new developments we're going to do. And it really helps kind of decide also what our new priorities are going to be. If it is growing our customer service team, growing our product team, it all really helps when we talk about surveys. And definitely using a customer relationship management system, a CRM application, is one of the best ways to be more proactive than reactive. If you see that someone has bought with you maybe a couple months ago and maybe it's time for a renewal, you can set yourself a task to follow up with this person within Insightly, and you'll receive an email in your Gmail account saying that you need to follow up with this person a month later because they have not bought from you. So you can kind of just follow up with them, letting them know that you know they purchased your product and maybe they need to reorder. This just shows that you're top of mind and you care about their business, and this will make sure your customers are really happy that they are doing business with someone who actually cares about how they grow. So another thing to really talk about here of things you can do, which we do a lot as well, with social media. We are constantly on social media all the time. So if you go to like Insightly Twitter handle, people write us, we write them back within minutes. We try to give everyone all the customer service they need, being in customer relationship management. The mobility has been really great for us because we know that people can close deals straight from the road, and by doing that, it helps customers make sure their services are closed, as well as make sure that the products are being serviced and delivered to them faster if you don't have a brick and mortar store. So we're going to the cloud, having everything in one place, such as a CRM, and having it integrated with Google Apps, knowing that we have the ability to integrate using our Gmail integration, the Gmail gadget, the calendar integration, the contact integration, the ability to initiate a Google Hangout, as well as the ability to save files to Google Drive, will make sure that all your information is in one place and that your customers are getting the best customer service they need. This provides business productivity and efficiency and puts a process into place. So I know I went a little fast, but if anyone has any questions, or I would be happy to kind of jump into the gCON Hangout and talk to you a bit about more what Insightly can do and how it can help your business.
All right. Thanks a lot, Megan. Just a couple of things that I wanted to cover before we close this down. Like Megan mentioned, she is going to be in the gCON community to answer any questions that you may have about Insightly, or anything else related to customer relationship management. So feel free to ask her questions there. And I'd like to go ahead and make the giveaway and attendance form available in the Showcase app for all of you to fill out, as well as a link to the gCON community. So those should be on the right-hand side of your screen in the Showcase app. So you should see those in the next couple of moments. So please take a minute to fill out the quick form for the giveaway. Like I said, we're giving away a Samsung Chromebook 2, a free T-shirt just for showing up, and yeah, so lots of cool stuff there that we're giving away. And I think that pretty much wraps it up for today. I wanted to say thank you to Megan for stopping by and putting together an awesome presentation for us. So thank you very much, Megan.
Awesome, thank you.
And I also just want to say, since this is the last presentation of gCON, I wanted to thank everyone who stopped by our presentations throughout the week. I know it was a long week with lots of presentations, and I know a good amount of you were able to make it to every single presentation. So thank you very much for all of you stopping by. Hopefully we can do this again very shortly, and I think it was hopefully very beneficial to all of you. Hopefully you learned a lot, and you got lots of cool giveaways as well. So thanks again for stopping by, and we'll see you later. Thanks.